Matt Hancock, the British Health Secretary, has resigned after he was filmed kissing an aide in breach of social distancing guidelines. The married father of three had repeatedly called on Britons to follow the rules. But now Matt Hancock was filmed on CCTV kissing an aide in his office in breach of coronavirus social distancing rules and resigned on Saturday after members of his own Conservative Party called on him to step down. The Sun newspaper revealed that the minister had been having an affair with Gina Goladangelo, a friend from his days at Oxford University who he hired as an advisor in March last year. The tabloid said Hancock had broken the health guidelines that he had repeatedly championed, urging Britons to follow them closely. Downing Street published his resignation letter on Saturday, saying it had been accepted by Prime Minister Boris Johnson. "We have worked so hard as a country to fight the pandemic," Hancock said in the letter, "and the last thing I would want is for my private life to distract attention from the single-minded focus that is leading us out of the crisis." He was later replaced by Sajid Javid, the country's former finance minister. Hancock, a Conservative MP, has played a key role in leading Britain's response to the coronavirus pandemic, receiving praise for the pace of the country's vaccine rollout by his own people. He used media appearances to urge voters to respect government guidelines on social distancing. In February, the 42-year-old married father of three said sticking to the rules was a matter of personal responsibility and that everybody needs to play their part. At the time, bereaved families were being told that they could not hug their relatives at funerals for fear of spreading the virus further. Hancock apologized to Prime Minister Johnson, with the government spokesman calling the matter closed on Friday. Of course they want that closed. But the now ex-minister faced calls from his own party to step aside after opposition Labour MPs demanded his resignation on Friday. Christopher Chope, a Conservative MP for Christchurch in southern England, said earlier on Saturday that Hancock should quit. "He's shown by his actions that there's one law for him and a different law for everybody else." Duncan Baker, another Conservative who represents the area of North Norfolk in southeast England, also called on Hancock to resign. "In my view, people in high public office and great positions of responsibility should act with the appropriate morals and ethics that come with that role," he said. Matt Hancock, on a number of measures, has fallen short of that. It's not the first time since the start of the pandemic that senior government officials have been accused of breaking the rules that they helped to create. Dominic Cummings, the former Chief of Staff to Prime Minister Johnson, faced criticism when he broke government guidelines on non-essential travel inside the UK by driving from London to Durham, northeast England. Robert Jenrick, a minister responsible for housing, also faced questions in April last year when he drove to his parents at their house in Shropshire in central England, despite repeatedly telling Britons to stay at home. Johnson stuck by both men after the revelations in the British press, although Cummings would later quit amid a disagreement on when to impose a third lockdown. British broadcaster Sky News reported on Friday that Coladangelo's brother, Roberto, is an executive at a private healthcare firm that has won a string of contracts with the country's National Health Service. He works for Partnering Health Limited, which provides primary care services to patients. Talking about friends with benefits. Neither Hancock nor the Coladangelo siblings have commented on the report. In February, a judge decided that the health secretary had acted unlawfully by failing to reveal details of COVID-related contracts in a timely fashion. But all the MPs commenting on Friday on a damned kiss. What are those hypocrites? When he failed, when there was allegations of corruptions, and we hear that once again with the Friends with Benefits number here, with the brother of his affair getting a lot of contracts, and now they cry step down because of a kiss. That's some kind of morale I'll never understand. But I'll see you in my next video. Auf Wiedersehen.